My mom is basically from the island of Grenada. My dad is from the island of Trinidad. Been in Brooklyn most of my life. The majority of the things I know about bodybuilding and stuff like that came from seeing people in the parks doing the calisthenic work.
So this is a gear support, basically it's just for your joints. Help me with my joint stuff. Then we have a lever support.
I've been bodybuilding for around 7 years now, yeah. Been a professional for 4 years. After I stopped playing basketball, I needed something else to do. So I took up upon myself. A friend of mine was actually heading into the Marines, and he needed a training partner to start training, and that's what got me into the gym.
This is my first magazine cover right here, muscular development cover. I made the cover. That was February 2016. I got my first cover. This is my first place check from Tampa Pro, so definitely a great accomplishment. Like you see, $10,000 check. Can't go wrong with that.
I wasn't really into training, you know, so I would sit there, you know, every once in a while do a few sets, but I didn't really like, I wasn't like a fan of training. And then I started lifting a little bit more frequently, and I noticed that my body started changing a lot.
This is my typical breakfast in the morning. I do a combination of steak with egg whites, a little bit of avocado in there for the fats, and bread for some carbs.
I'm Akim's girlfriend. My name is Taylor Iraji.
So I definitely got to say thank you to my girlfriend Taylor for making my breakfast every morning. This is not a fluke. She actually makes my breakfast every morning.
If I don't cook breakfast, he's eating Lucky Charms. You know, so I get up every morning and I cook him breakfast every morning.
Even when she's mad at me. Like a lot of people, they tend to count calories and do all that nonsense. I just like to eat. So you put the food in front of me, I eat it. I don't care about how many calories it is. As long as I'm getting my protein, my carbs in and my fats, I'm good. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, oh, this is 8,000 calories or this is 5,000 calories. Like, who the hell cares? You know, just gotta feed the body. People always make bodybuilding more complicated than it is. It's already a freaking complicated sport. You know, why would I try to make it overcomplicated with macros and counting all that? Like, give me a break with all that nonsense. Good old Lucky Charms. I love this stuff.
That's the secret to the gains.
Secret to the gains.
Sometimes I only get like maybe 2 or 3 meals in a day, you know. I always make sure for a fact that I actually eat breakfast. That's the main thing. But then during the day, I would probably have maybe a bowl of cereal. I'm very big on fruits and stuff like that, so I eat a lot of apples, bananas. But as far as food, I've never been a really big fan of eating, man. You know, the only time I would probably eat a lot is when I'm prepping for a show and stuff like that, because I want to maintain the muscle and I don't want to lose so much muscle. But in the off season, it's really hard for me to eat.
So most people that knows me knows that I always use a mask when I'm performing. Part of the reason is that's basically, I wouldn't say that I have anxiety, but I have a little bit of stage fright, you know, like anybody else that has never been in front of a large crowd before, you know.
And one of the ways I got over that is basically by putting on a mask to get over the stage fright and everything like that. So I was able to put that mask on and feel more confident or more comfortable getting on stage and basically performing in front of people. You know, so the whole mask concept, you know, I mean, it just allowed me to be more confident. You know, being that, you know, you get on stage and everybody's looking at you and they don't know who's behind the mask. You know, so you feel more comfortable posing in front of everyone. And at the end, you take it off and reveal like, hey, this is me. You know, so it brings a whole mystique.
I would say, I mean, not everybody are a fan of the mask. You know, I've had like really negative comments on social media saying, why are you hiding behind a mask? Why can't you just go out there and just be a normal guest poser? And in bodybuilding and in pretty much in everything in life, you can't try to please everybody. You know, you got to do what works for you.
and hopefully you have some fans. I wouldn't like to say fans, but hopefully you have some people who actually like you for what you do or what you bring to the table. So I don't live my life basically trying to please everybody or trying to basically give everybody to like what I do, you know. If you love me, you love me. If you're not, then hopefully someday you grow to love me. And you know, people always ask me, can you breathe in those masks? You know, is it comfortable? Hell no, it's not comfortable. But at the same time, you know, it's cool. It gives the people something different. You know, I want to have something that stand out about me. You know, I want to be unique. There's so many bodybuilders out there. Why would you want to be the same as every other bodybuilder? Make something unique. Make it something that stands out, that people actually remember you for. In the very beginning, I actually had what it takes to be a bodybuilder because it was so easy for me to put on muscle. You know, even before I even thought about competing or even like getting on stage, you know, I was already like developing shoulders and biceps and quads and everything like that. It just came so naturally to me. You know, I started training, you know, because I like the attention I got from it. You know, everybody looked at you like, wow, he's in really good shape and stuff like that. And one time I was heading home from the gym, and I got on, you know, from Brooklyn, got into one of the buses, and this lady saw me on the bus, and she couldn't believe my physique. She's like, holy crap. So she gave me a business card, and she just like, my husband, he used to train with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I want to introduce you to him. So I'm like, okay. I ain't got nothing to lose. So I went over to Staten Island and I met up with her, and we had to wait for her husband. So he was training downstairs. We were in the posing room, and he came upstairs and he was pissed as hell. So he's just like, I know, her name is Daniel, and he's just like, why are you interrupting my workout? He was angry, why are you interrupting my workout? I don't want to see anybody, you know. You're probably some bum off the street that you think has potential and blah, 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 blah. So I'm standing right there and this guy is trashing me like that. So he comes in the room and he's just like, he looks at me and he's just like, okay, strip. So I'm like, excuse me? He's just like, strip down to your underwear. I'm like, I'm not stripping down to my underwear. I don't know you like that. He's just like, listen, son, no one here is gay. I need to see what you look like. So we got to strip down to your underwear. So I'm like, okay. So I stripped down to my underwear and I was just standing there in the middle of the posing room, and he did a complete 360 walk around me, and he shook his head and he's like, okay, we're going to do a show next week. A show? He's just like, yes. We're gonna go out to Pennsylvania. We're gonna do that show. I know the promoter. We're gonna head up there and we're gonna do that show. So I'm like, all right. So, drove up to the show, got there, and I'm standing around and I'm looking at all these guys and I'm like, what the hell? Like, is this guy serious? I'm not getting on stage with these guys. They look crazy. But in my head, you know, I'm seeing one thing, but everybody else is seeing another thing. So I'm standing there and looking at these other competitors, and I'm looking at them like, holy crap, these guys look amazing. But in reality, everybody else is looking at me like, who the hell is this guy? To me, I think, you know, as far as like every human being out there, you know, what separates you from everybody else is basically trying to achieve something great. And that's how you're gonna be remembered. You could be basically focused on your family and give your all to your family and stuff like that, but when they're gone, who's gonna remember you? So great men always do great things, and I think if you find a passion or something that you could be great at, and you could take it to the full extent and have them remember you for that, you know, that's a win in itself. So I found my passion, which is bodybuilding, whether it's not, even if I don't win the Mr. Olympia, but I have something that's unique about me, you know, that people will remember me for. I think that's a win in itself for me. In the beginning, you know, my career, trying to follow bodybuilding, I never had in my head that I wanted to turn professional. I just wanted to be the best I could be, you know, which means if I could push my body as far as I could possibly push myself and achieve something, that was good enough for me.